sometimes going too far in the use of force.
Yeah, and I mean, from a morbid astrologer perspective, I'm really curious. I want to see what sort of dangers Pluto in Aquarius will present. I have ideas, because Pluto always presents some dangers and indicates some horrible things. And so Mars Pluto, the first Mars Pluto conjunction, should tell us something about what teeth the water bearer has.
Yeah, but to your point, the other conjunctions will tell us some of the more hopefully positive sides of that, like the Mercury Pluto conjunction on the 5th or the Venus Pluto conjunction on the 17th.
Yeah, and it's interesting because we get a Venus Mars conjunction, which those don't happen that often. Um, Not very many degrees away from that Pluto and Aquarius. So there's some interesting relational, collective relationship patterns that are likely to be inaugurated then. Makes me think of a video game that I played a couple years ago called Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time.
Hmm.
Right.
I like that. Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time. That is a good Aquarius, and sounds like the Venus in Aquarius or the Venus conjunct Pluto.
Yeah, Venus, Mars, Pluto all together. Lovers in a Dangerous Space Time.
I love it.
Great game, by the way.
I'll check it out. Okay, so that's good for February. Let's move into March, which is a really important month, and this is where things really start to ramp up, and is one of the it's the beginning of one of the most important months of the year, which is basically like the end of March when eclipse season starts, and going into especially the beginning of April, which is the end of eclipse season, and then culminating with like the Jupiter Uranus conjunction at the end of April.
Yeah, and so we have this sort of gathering of the pirate fleet, like the whales, all collect for the big part Pisces conclave. Like starting at the end of February, we've got Mercury, Sun, Saturn, Neptune, then Venus, and then eventually at the end of the month, Mars in Pisces. Like just a swarm, a school, a pod of planets in Pisces. And then at the end of March, like basically once we hit the equinox, things turn. What's the right word, Chris? Take a turn for the dramatic.
Yeah, at the very least.
Yeah. So let's just talk about it, because it's just everything in Pisces, right? So up until the equinox, and so this is this is a time where we'll see an emphasis on all of those themes that Chris and I talked about with Saturn,